Oh man, what a total screw up. There's so much, as long as I've been playing this game, there's so much that I still don't understand about the whole orbital mechanics type stuff. I spent all my time playing with airplanes and playing with space shuttles, just making shuttle after shuttle after shuttle. And there, you know, and maybe these other things, which are just kind of basics of the game that I just never got around to trying them out. Yeah, let me see this one. Yeah, that one's up at the max tech level. How about that one is not? Look at that. What's the difference in thrust between these and the specific impulse? Yeah, huge difference there. Okay, let's fix that issue. Thank you. And now the staging issue. I thought certain that we had this working, but obviously we didn't. That seems like a real boneheaded mistake is what that is. There we go. Fix that. Good. And I'll keep dragging the camera around, and we'll see we're approaching this place. That would be the descending node, right? So I'll need to aim a little bit south for that one. We'll just wait until that's perfectly lined up. You can pull back. Wait, slow down, slow down. Should I launch just like a couple minutes ahead of it, as it'll take a little bit of time? No, yeah, let's not be second guessing myself. We'll wait until it's, looks like, yeah, like right now. Right now! I forgot to pull up the FAR. I guess it's not really needed. And we're aiming, we want to go south. That's right, had to remind myself. Alright. It does look kind of startling how very, very quickly those things drop away. But then I think to myself that what must be happening is that by the time they're empty, they're very, very lightweight, and they're being suddenly punched sideways into the high-speed airstream, so that drag is just taken away. I'll just, you know, rationalize it to myself that must be what's happening. Yeah, previous times going to Minmus, I'd started out from a polar orbit. It was entirely different. So, yeah, first time really attempting to set this up, do it the right way. It's okay. That first one, that was just it was a practice launch. That wasn't the real launch. That was just a, you know, it was a warm up. You just had to like warm up the throwing arm, you know. It was a cautionary tale. We made that to, it'll be like they'll share the video with you know, new up and coming space pilots of what not to do. You know, what happens when you don't actually know what you're doing. There's a video to share. Don't be like this guy. Hey, and that's staged correctly. How about that? We got the correct engine burning instead of the wrong engine. That's even if I don't know what I'm doing in this game, I know that you want to have the correct engine burning and not the wrong one. That gets up there to 200. Okay, cool. And now, yeah, here, let's fix that. Again, I forgot to do that. Sorry, Tinfoil Chef. I will remember eventually. I did this exactly wrong. Again, I guess I'm just totally not understanding this, aren't I? Or was I... Oh, here was my... Yeah, I was looking at it completely backwards. I'm such an idiot. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, that's excellent. Why does this tell me I only have 197 left Delta V? Did I screw up that badly? This thing was aimed... I'm supposed to have a minimum of 500. We see we aren't even in our 200-kilometer orbit yet. Oh, it's embarrassing, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so here we are having fun with maneuver nodes again. My reasoning is that if... last time I went to Minmus on the other save, if I started from a polar orbit, then obviously it is possible to do this stuff when starting from a highly inclined orbit. So I just have to actually hang on. I think we've got too much prograde happening there. Yeah, just can play around with these maneuver nodes a whole lot. And I want to see what kind of an intercept that we can set up. And Minmus is, you know, so it's such little gravity. I bet you we can change things as we get closer. You know, and it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to work. And just keep on working until we get it as low as possible, huh? Whoops, now let's go the other way. Okay, what happens if we take some of that delta V back a little bit? Whoops, maybe that was the wrong thing to do. Yeah, let's keep, like I said, we're going to keep working with what we have. Okay, that's cool. Let's see, total delta V for that move for the intercept. Let's pull up my notebook, find out what I had. I was figuring, oh, look at that. 2424. Yeah, within 1 meter per second. How about that, huh? How about that? 2788. Okay, that's cool. Now let's go and set another maneuver node here. Thank you. And we're going to go retrograde. I just want to set up an orbit. There we go. Let's see if we can make it a circular orbit. Yeah, here we go. Save that. Let me see, how much is this one saying? Yeah, 474. Intercept, yeah. Intercept orbit 415. Guess what? That's within my delta V budget, as I was aiming. Yeah, I was aiming to have a reserve. Cool. Yeah. This mission, it's still gonna work. And let's decouple this node. Thank you. Switch over to the other vehicle. Thank you, like that. And this one is, we just want to deorbit it. I know, I keep on changing my mind on how I'm going to do this. This is, you know, I've never been really so great at planning ahead. I always just go and try and wing it as I go. Whee! Alright, and that one is deorbit. Switch back to my Minmus lander. There it is, looking all cool, huh? Yeah, the thing looks cool. Okay, so let me see. This doesn't, it isn't good at estimating the burn time. So what I can do, 7 minutes and 40 seconds to do 27 to 24, very roughly half of that. So my burn is like, I'm looking at 3.5 minutes plus, yeah, 3 minute 50 second burn. 3 minute 50 seconds. So half of that be, yeah, minute 30 plus yeah, minute 40. So 1 minute and 40 seconds before the node, that's when I'm going to start burning. Okay. Really, since we're going with the yet another contingency plan if everything's screwed up, I could have done this with the first Minmus probe. I don't know. I was feeling kind of nihilistic at the end. It was like, it didn't work. Throw it away. I should have done this with the first one. And it is thrust. Oh, hang on. Oh, I forgot to turn the thing back on. Damn it. All right, that's going to screw stuff up. It's going to definitely mess things up. Our whole figuring. Estimated burn. I may have screwed up our estimation on that. You know what? Because I screwed that up, and if I keep on burning, what I'm going to do... we're going to contingency plan part 2. I'm going to go for a higher orbit, circular orbit. We're not doing this move. We're not doing that move either. Yeah, I think maybe this estimate of how long it would take to empty this tank, it must not have known that I did the whole limited... Oh, I didn't notice that I could change that. I never knew you could change that in flight. Damn it, man, why am I screwing this whole thing up? You can tell I didn't play this game after they introduced the tweakables. And we're going to recircularize this orbit. We're going to set our maneuver nodes up again. And we're going to go with our full thrust on it this time. I really, whenever I saw that tweakable to limit the engine thrust, I thought that was, you know, it's a one-time thing. You set that in the vehicle assembly building, and then in flight it couldn't be changed. That's the way I thought that was working. I don't know why I thought that, but it made sense to me. And it's the way, if I were setting up the system, that's the way I would have done it. And of course, you know, if we end up, it looks like we don't have enough juice left to go for a landing, we can have a Minmus orbiting little satellite probe. It'll take pictures of Minmus. All right, time compression. Let's go. Estimated burn 1 minute 8 seconds. So we're going to start 34 seconds ahead of time. 36, 35, 34. Here we go. Oh, okay, yeah, I need to slow down some. And burn too fast here. And keep it aimed at the right point. Why is this not working? Come on, guys. Oh, wow. That's really kind of arguing with me, isn't it? 29, so yeah, I want these numbers to add up. That's 31, 32, 33. I didn't do that well at all. Oop, and I went too far the other direction again, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, good. Okay, let's kill this maneuver node. This is stuff that's planned, but I think we totally... Yeah, we overshot. We're not getting our intercept because I had sloppy timing, sloppy throttle control. Tell you what we're going to do is we're just going to aim exactly retrograde right now and attempt to fix this. Okay, hang on. Minmus encounter. Thank you. Okay, so now... Alright, okay, we have a Minmus encounter. That's good. That's good. We can work with this. So, what am I left with? Left with 2133 meters per second. Okay, there's... We're using up a great deal of our extra Delta V budget, setting that up. Alright. Okay, but we've got something set up here. So yeah, that's what that's covering. Thinking it's 670 for this highly elliptical orbit, but it is an orbit. And what did I say? Intercept 415. Okay, 478 with my extra padding on there. Bad news, guys. But we're gonna try it and see if it happens anyway. Hey, there's Africa. Kerbal Space Center right there. Isn't that just all kinds of nifty? So, but we got a 3-day trip. Should start moving. Yeah, okay. I took a little break. I shut down the game and I walked away and I thought about things for a little bit and I come back. It's with a great deal of personal trepidation that I continue recording this. I mean, I understand that the whole deal doing the recording the videos and it's, recording things that you screw up, that's just part of it. And indeed, there is a great deal of the entertainment is to be derived from that. But still, this level of ineptitude that I have so far shown is just flat out embarrassing. Okay, at this point, Minmus Lander 2 is right about at the moon's orbit. It's going to keep on moving. And we're just going to come down here and I'm going to plan on a burn. See if we can actually use my custom skybox for this. So from that, we find this little nebula formation and we keep scrolling. Ah, there's Minmus. Yeah, there we go. That's Minmus. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to choose to not be too upset any more than is absolutely necessary to be upset about the incredible cascade of mistakes and foolishness and very, very preventable errors. And we're just going to continue with the mission as planned. We did a little bit of math. Yeah, we figured out that with my maneuver node math, that I thought it would take a minimum of 2,424 meters per second delta V to just get the minimus intercept. I give a pad of 2788, and we've used, just split that right between the minimum and my extra padding on there, and we used 2,636 to get an intercept. Of course, the intercept that we have planned is nowhere near as low, nowhere near as efficient as what I had previously planned. So I already know, yeah, okay, our next maneuver node coming up here, 670 meters per second, and that is, again, that's like a third again higher than what my best estimate here. But we still have lots of delta V still in the tank, 2,133. I bet you we'll still have a few hundred delta V left over whenever it comes time to do our whole landing. Over, a few hundred delta V over and above what was originally planned for. Okay, time compression, let's go. Let's see, again, we can estimate the length, the duration of this burn, because this tells me it would take 22 seconds. It's roughly 10 seconds per thousand delta. It's roughly 7 seconds just to do this burn. That's all. So we can get real close to that maneuver node before I do that. Let me see. We've got this, our thrust limiting turned off. I can't believe it. Really doesn't make any sense to me. I really thought that slider on thrust limiting, that was supposed to represent, constructing a slightly different model of rocket engine. It did, and because I was thinking of it that way, it made no sense to be able to adjust it again in flight. But now I see that that's not it. It should be called, say, like a throttle limiter, is really what it is. It's restricting the throttle travel. I'm really not certain how the rescaled, the overall, the terrain flattening effect. I'm not certain how well that works, how that relates to Minmus head with the, so famous for having such extreme elevation differences in its overall terrain. I guess we'll find out. Except, yeah, we can actually edit this maneuver node some. Let's take the opportunity to do that. And put our maneuver node just right at the periapsis. So actually, we'll try the whole dragging the node thing. Oh, come on, guys. Why isn't this working? No! Damn it! It's not what I wanted at all. Wretched. Okay. There we go. Good. Perfect. Add maneuver node there. And again, it's burning straight retrograde. And let's try and go for a 500-kilometer circular. How about that? Okay, pretty close to circular right there. So, trip info. All told, I'm looking at 780 meters per second to get from intercept to orbit. And my budget, I had maximum planned for 478. And we'll find out how much it's actually going to use. So I really want to get this working, because the next step after that is we'll kind of concurrently, we'll at the same time start working on simple manned missions to both Minmus and the Moon, and also I want to start sending some interplanetary probes out, put something into orbit around these different planets and moons. And maybe even a couple of simple landers on some of them. So, yeah, if I'm not going to be, in the course of this series, if I'm not going to be focusing so much on the space shuttles, which I have gotten so bogged down with in the past, then what I really do want to get a focus on is the interplanetary spaceships. I believe there's real potential there to have some great creativity to do some fantastic things that possibly have not been done before with these interplanetary vessels. So I definitely want to get to work on that. So we're trying to ease into it. So, oh, I went too far the wrong direction again. Why do I keep doing this? Here, let's, okay, let's just not get too crazy yet and see where did this land us. Okay, this is actually not bad. Oh, wait a second, yes it is bad. Whee! Yeah, I did. I'm actually flying out away from Inmus. I didn't understand that. I should have looked at like vertical speed. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just burn straight retrograde at this point. Which turns into prograde. It really confuses the entire machine. In any case, I want to burn this direction. Come on. I think I've totally confused the entire maneuver node system. How about... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Here is what I am going to do. I'm going to cease playing with maneuver nodes. I'm just going to point the thing straight retrograde. And we're going to thrust a little bit. Using a lot of delta V here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, now I'm going to go sideways some. Yeah, this marker here. That's the wrong one. Wrong one. Damn it. It's the right idea. Keep chasing this mark. You just want to get a periapsis. There we go. There's a periapsis. Wow, I've screwed up this whole thing so incredible much. So how much? Yeah, I've spent 831 delta V doing this stuff. I just need to... See, I'm so out of practice at a whole lot of this really fine throttle control stuff. You know what I'm going to do right now while I'm thinking of it? Is I'm going to limit the thrust on this thing again. Let's drop it down. Yeah, let's drop it down to about 30 right now. And before we go for a landing, we'll probably actually drop it even more. Yeah, before we do a manned mission, I'll want a lander to be able to... I'll want a lander to actually go through this and have the flight at least resemble what was planned, you know, within a reasonable margin of error. I don't want all this extremely scary stuff happening while we have Kerbal's lives at risk. I'm going to slow down a notch time compression because I just want to kind of appreciate how this looks as we're swinging in close. Yeah, there's where the texture changes. Okay, slow down a notch time compression there as we're getting really close. Yeah, we drifted off of the... Okay, so that's how it handles the extreme elevation differences. Yeah, it kind of smooths them all out. You know what? While I'm here, let's go ahead and extend the legs right now instead of waiting for later. These legs come from the AIES pack. I think they look pretty cool. Low orbit. Slow down again. Yeah, like I said, we'll wait, get down to the periapsis again, do some circularization, and we'll just do an orbit around and look and try and figure out which one of these interesting sites I would like to land at. I kind of want to land in the sunlight. So yeah, I want to land on the daylit side of this little moon. Yeah, we ended up spending 996 meters per second delta V to go from the intercept to orbit. Yee! That is absolutely just hideous. Yeah. Yeah, so we went over that whole budget by over like 400. And so what we have left is 1,137. I figured 1.5 times the absolute minimum would be 848. So we still have more than that. Well, do I want to try to land in one of these the low patches or up in some of the higher hills? That's the question. I think we want to go for one of the... Let's try this low patch in there. How about that idea, huh? Suppose I could play some maneuver node. We'll start doing our landing burn right about there. We'll just burn retrograde. About that much. Not that I'll necessarily follow exactly that, but yeah, we'll do that. Ooh, this does remind me that now would be a good time to limit the thrust on this thing even more. What I was figured out before, I wanted it down there like between 17 and 20. Yeah, we'll go with 17. If that turns out to be just too ridiculously low, we can change it later. I know that now. Oh, surface info. Let's get that up, huh? That could be very useful for us. It's probably actually more useful than orbit info at the moment. Okay, here we go for our landing. Let's see if for once we can do, you know, a nice, smooth descent and a controlled landing. Wouldn't that be nice? I would really like to see that. I mean, screwed up every single other part of this mission, but if we can do a respectable looking descent and landing, that will certainly help make up for it. A little bit anyway. Okay, let's kill that maneuver node now. There we go. And let's do some burning. And stop. Okay. That looked like that was happening in a controlled fashion. I think I liked it. You see, okay, now I can begin to see my landing zone coming up over the horizon. So that's good. Okay, let's do some more burning right about here. I know it's more efficient to do this whole, you know, it's one sudden suicide burn thing, but I just don't want to. It seems ugly to me. Yeah, drop down that apoapsis so it's right above us. There, like that. Good. So, well, another way we can look at it, just thinking about this, well, whenever the distance from the apoapsis to the ground gets to about the halfway mark, we'll do a little burn then. And let's do some more burning. Yeah, angle this, kind of looking below that retrograde marker, so our projected landing spot remains pretty close to the same. Whoop. Go down a little bit more. There we go. So it's slightly less fuel efficient to land that way, but I really like the feeling of improved precision over the selected landing site. I suppose I could aim more for this transition zone between the highlands and the lowlands. Let's actually try that. Last minute changes to the plan. And we're burning. Steepen up that path some. Like that. There we go. Oh, that's right. I wanted to... There's this thing. It does have a light on it. This is a really nifty what's-it. Comes the AIES pack that's supposed to shine a dot down on the terrain as we approach. I suppose I should extend this antenna too. I really should have extended that before. And once we get up directly over this region, I'm going to try to kill all horizontal velocity. We'll just go pure vertical from there. How about now? Yeah. So we aim above that retrograde marker. Let's not do a climb. Center it that way. There we go. So what, in descent, we'll try, we won't let it get above about 100 meters per second vertical drop. So if it starts to approach that number, we'll do some burning. Yeah, it really is kind of unfortunate the way this thing gets all stretched out. We lose so much detail of the terrain. It ceases to be kind of, you know, interesting to look at. 4.5 kilometers to go. Let's slow it. Tell you what, we get down to like 2 kilometers up. We'll slow it down to 25 meters per second. Okay. Down to 1 kilometer. Screen is flickering at a very bad moment. Why did you do that? Alright, slow it down to 10 meters per second. Throttle back. Throttle back, throttle back. Let's try and like maintain 10 meters per second. Wish I could see a shadow of my vehicle. That would be very, very useful at this point. Oh, is that what that little flickering dot that comes and goes is? Yeah, just keep this throttle setting because we're already below 10 meters per second. And pretty soon we're going to hit 5. Okay. Bump it up one more. Throttle setting. And down. And up. And there's... Yeah, let's keep it down to below less than 5 meters per second now, huh? Oh, there's our light. That works. And chop engines. Boom. A little bit of a hop on the landing, but that worked okay. All right. Good. Mission success. Alright, let's turn that light off. Don't need that anymore. And this, yeah, here we go. We'll look around at our vast, you know, slightly less flat terrain. Looks like lime sherbet. Okay. I can be satisfied that as much on this mission as I totally screwed up and displayed all kinds of incompetence and ineptitude and various levels of buffoonery, at least that landing went well. All right. I was pleased with that. Yeah, let's record what we have, though. That means I used 784 meters per second delta V on this landing. Let's see, what did I estimate? Okay, guess what? What I actually used was just right between... Well, not right between. Yeah, it was between the minimum and my estimated maximum, where I multiplied 1.5. I did not exceed my maximum. Okay, that is encouraging. So just going by 1.5 should probably be safe, right? I like this. I like this idea. Okay. Yeah, even with all the mistakes, we made it. It's a natural ending point, so I will stop here and I will talk to everybody later. Goodbye.